On track to what? What are we off track? I mean, like back on track to crapping all over the economy. Like back to high taxes. Like back to what? Inflation. Hyperinflation, which, by the way, Jen Psaki says is just, it's going to be a plus for society. That's what inflation's going to be. It's just going to be a plus for society. She said that, and this is after Janet Yellen was talking about the concern after that G7 meeting in London, where you have the nations of the world who are agreeing to a 15, they're talking about taxes, and they're looking at a 15% minimum corporate tax rate. And they said that contrary to what Biden was pushing. So, but apparently soaring inflation is good. This is something that, not Jen Psaki, sorry, but Janet Yellen said in an interview with the Bloomberg media. She said, if we ended up with a slightly higher interest rate environment, it would actually be a plus for society's point of view and the Fed's point of view. These were actual words that came voluntarily out of her mouth. Yeah. So,
do you remember when Trump was lowering taxes back, what was this, 2017, 2016?
You mean that big bad orange man?
Yeah. And the narrative at the time was this was going to spark inflation and ruin the economy. Mm-hmm. But now inflation's good?
Oh, it's a good, because he's not in the White House. Golly, Kane, it's like you don't know the rule of obviousness for Democrats. When they're in the White House, things that are bad are good. And when they're out, things that are good are bad. I mean, that's Dems to rules.
Accurate, simple, and extremely accurate, actually.
She said, Janet Yellen said, we're seeing some inflation, but I don't believe it's permanent. We, at least on a year-over-year basis, will continue, I think, the rest of the year to see higher inflation rates, maybe around 3%.
Wait, it's not permanent? This positive for the economy?
Yeah. She goes, I'm not going to give up on the next packages talking about the trillions of spending. She goes, they're not meant as stimulus. They're meant as investments to address long-standing needs of our economy. I hate when taking people's money, stealing our dollars via taxation, and using it for stupid garbage is described as investments. Because, see, the word investment suggests that you are making a smart decision with your money. The word investment means that you're going to get a what? A return on your investment. It doesn't mean that you're going to fritter away people's hard-earned tax dollars on things like solar panels, etc. And by the way, for the people who read with pictures, I'm not against solar panels. I'm against them not them operating without being on the teat of the taxpayer. Stop it. If you want something to be, I have no problem with alternative energy. I have no problem with solar panels. I have no problem with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, gluten, GMOs, or anything else. I don't care. But it's when you're taking our tax dollars to prop up the industry because the market doesn't support it. That's not capitalism. And it's a stupid government decision, and government shouldn't be involved in anything like that. Government is always the biggest obstacle to the economy. Whenever something bad happens and it's not due to ravages of war or a natural catastrophe, it's always the catastrophe of government every single time.